Listen, every one of us has been through this. You know the feeling. When just yesterday was we, and today it's only me. When your familiar world collapses like a house of cards, and you're just standing there amidst the ruins, not knowing what to hold on to. A breakup. Just that one word cuts like a knife. But what if I told you, this pain isn't the end of the world? It's the most honest conversation you'll ever have with yourself. What if every time love falls apart, we're given a chance to put ourselves back together? For real this time. Without someone else's blueprint. Without neglecting your peace for the sake of the other. Let's walk this path together.
The beginning of love is easy to see. The end is hard. But the hardest is to see the moment when love has already ended and you still believe in it.
You know, the worst thing about a breakup isn't even the breakup itself. No, the worst thing is that long, agonizing stretch when it's already not working, but you just don't seem to notice. Have you ever noticed that? How easily we remember the first dates, the first kiss, the moment your heart said yes, but the end, it's never sharp. It tiptoes in. First, you laugh together less and less, then you start going to bed at different times. Then their messages stop being an event, they just become lines on a screen. And then, one fine day, you catch yourself. You're no longer waiting for them to come home from work. You don't flinch at the sound of the key in the door. You just keep living parallel lives, but inside, you still believe. You tell yourself, it's just a rough patch. Every couple goes through this. You remember that first summer, that kiss in the rain, and you think, there's no way this is over. We love each other. But the truth is, the love ended 6 months ago. It's just that nobody pulled the emergency brake, and you keep playing the roles. The good boyfriend, the good girlfriend, because admitting the truth is terrifying. Terrifying to be alone. Terrifying to throw away those 10 years. But the moment you finally notice the crack, that's when healing begins. Because you can't fix what you can't see. Don't beat yourself up for not noticing sooner. We're all scared to look the truth in the eye. But the truth isn't your enemy. It's just saying, honey, this isn't the right direction anymore. And now you have a chance to turn around.
Mature love is union under the condition of preserving one's integrity, one's individuality.
This is why some breakups feel like death, not figuratively, literally, because you built your relationship as a merger. You didn't have an I, you only had a we. Your friends became mutual friends, your habits became shared habits, even your dreams you imagined for two. And now that we is gone, so you look inside and realize your own I is gone too. It just dissolved somewhere along the way. And you know what? That's not your fault. From childhood, we're taught that love means you and me are a team, that you are my other half. Pretty metaphors, but dangerous ones. Because a whole person cannot be a half. You're not a puzzle piece. You're a self-sufficient universe. And when you enter a relationship, you don't merge into a blob. You stay two planets orbiting the same sun. If one planet disappears, the other keeps moving forward. It doesn't need to crash. If your breakup right now feels like losing yourself, that's not a sign of how great he was. That's a sign that you've been living someone else's life for too long, and the pain you're feeling, that's actually the pain of being reborn. Right now, you don't need to find new love, you need to meet yourself, the one you tucked away. What movies did you like before him? What did you dream about when you were 16? What music did you listen to when he turned up his nose? Go get it out of the closet. You haven't lost yourself, you just forgot where you left the key.
What you seek is seeking you, but first you must stop looking where you lost it.
After a breakup, our brain turns into a broken record. We walk the same places, the cafe, the park, the waterfront. We scroll through old conversations at 3 in the morning. We zoom in on his new photos, trying to figure out who he's laughing with. It's called rumination, endlessly chewing on the past. And we think that if we just focus hard enough, we can rewind time. But you can't rewind the past. It's like dried paint. No matter how many times you go over it, it won't become fresh again. And every minute you spend staring at old photos is a minute stolen from your future. You're not living right now. You're just present. But life doesn't wait. It keeps going on outside your window while you sit in a dark room with your phone in your hand. The bravest thing you can do after a breakup is a conscious act. I stop looking. I acknowledge that he is no longer in my reality. Not because I've stopped loving him, but because I choose myself. This isn't cruelty. This is self-preservation. Imagine you've broken your leg. You wouldn't keep stepping on it, hoping the bones will heal on their own, would you? You'd get a cast, grab some crutches, and take care of yourself. Same goes for your soul. Don't go to the places that hurt. Don't check his social media. Don't listen to your song. Give yourself a cast. While the wound is fresh, any touch from the past is like an electric shock. And you have every right to say, "Stop. I'm not looking for you. I'm looking for my peace."
Love does not consist in gazing at each other, but in looking outward together, in the same direction.
We're given the formula for healthy relationships, but he didn't say what happens when those directions diverge. But if you're looking in different directions, he dreams of a career in another city, you want a quiet life by the sea, he wants kids now, you never do. He believes in God, you believe in science. Sooner or later, your paths will separate, and it's no one's fault. It's just life. Breaking up because your vectors are different is the hardest kind, because there is no obvious bad guy. No cheating, no abuse, no blowout fight. Just a quiet realization. We're heading in different directions, and love is no longer enough to build a bridge across that gap. And you know what? That's okay. We've been fed the myth that love conquers all, but love is energy, not a universal soldier. It can't override your deepest values. And if you're parting ways because you each need a different kind of happiness, that might be the most mature thing you'll ever do. You're not killing the love. You're acknowledging that it existed, but now it's taken a different form. A form of gratitude for the road you walked together and the courage to go forward alone. Far worse would have been to stay, to lie to yourself, to pretend you're looking the same way while suffocating inside. You chose honesty. That's worth a lot. Don't diminish your choice.
A breakup is a little death, but after death always comes that which could not be born during life.
Right now, when it hurts so much, these words probably sound like a joke. What birth? I'd just be happy to make it to the end of the day. I get it, because we don't know how to grieve properly. We were never taught that after a loss, you have to go through denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and only then acceptance. You have every right to be angry. You have every right to cry into your pillow. You have every right to hate him for ruining your life. These are stages. You can't skip them. But here's what matters. Your pain is not endless. It's like a wave. At first, it's a giant tsunami that washes everything away. Then the waves get smaller. Then they hit the shore less often. And one day, you notice you can breathe. Between the waves of pain, there are moments of calm. First minutes, then hours, then days. And in those quiet gaps, something new starts to grow. You suddenly notice how beautiful the sunset is outside your window. You catch yourself wanting to cook dinner not because you have to, but because it tastes good. You remember a hobby you abandoned 3 years ago. That's that which could not be born during life with him, because in a relationship where you were just a shadow, there was no room for new growth. Too cramped. But now the ground is cleared, and you can plant anything you want. Don't rush yourself. Seeds take time, but they're already in the soil.